The sun rose gently over the training grounds of Cobham, painting the grass in shades of emerald and gold. It was a day like many others in Chelsea's routine, yet everyone sensed that this session would be important. The season was entering a critical phase, and the players knew that preparation at this point could mean the difference between glory and regret. As the squad gathered on the pitch, laughter and chatter filled the cool September air. The senior players exchanged banter, while the younger ones jogged lightly, eager to impress the coaching staff. The manager and his assistants stood nearby, clipboards in hand, discussing drills, rotations, and tactical setups. REECE James, the captain and heartbeat of the side, wore a bright smile as he tied his boots. He had been feeling strong lately, and his leadership both on and off the pitch was becoming ever more vital. The younger players naturally gravitated toward him, listening to his advice and encouragement. The warm-up began. Passing rondos echoed with the sound of crisp ball touches. One-touch football, fast exchanges, and quick reactions sharpened the team's senses. The coaching staff clapped rhythmically, urging the players to stay sharp with tactical drills. After the warm-up, the players divided into groups for tactical exercises. Defenders worked on pressing triggers and coordinated movements, while midfielders drilled possession recycling under pressure. Forwards practiced diagonal runs and finishing from tight angles. The manager called the squad together for a session that emphasized transitions, how quickly the team could turn defense into attack and recover when possession was lost. Whistles pierced the air as players sprinted from zone to zone, their lungs burning, their minds locked on instructions. The warm-up began. Passing rondos echoed with the sound of crisp ball touches. One-touch football, fast exchanges, and quick reactions sharpened the team's senses. It happened in a moment that seemed ordinary at first. During a high-intensity drill, James sprinted down the right flank to overlap a winger. He cut sharply to receive a return pass. But as his studs bit into the turf, his right foot twisted awkwardly, he stumbled, wincing in pain, and dropped to the ground clutching his ankle. The ball rolled out of play, but the session froze instantly. Silence replaced the rhythm of training. Teammates rushed over, some knelt beside him, others stood back anxiously. The medical staff sprinted across the field. The manager walked quickly behind them, his expression tightening. "Stay still, REECE," the physio instructed firmly, kneeling at his side. James nodded through clenched teeth, pain etched on his face. They checked his ankle carefully, testing mobility, applying gentle pressure. After several tense moments, they lifted him carefully and guided him off the pitch. The squad clapped supportively, encouraging their captain as he limped toward the medical area. Inside the treatment room, the club doctor examined him thoroughly. Scans and physical checks confirmed the outcome: a moderate ankle injury, not severe enough for surgery, but significant enough to rule him out for 3 weeks. "It's not as bad as it could have been," the doctor said with calm reassurance. "You'll need rest, therapy, and a progressive recovery program. 3 weeks minimum before you're fully back in training." James sighed deeply, disappointment clouding his expression. 3 weeks. I was just finding my rhythm again. The doctor placed a hand on his shoulder. Better 3 weeks now than 3 months later. If you recover smart, you'll come back stronger. Word spread quickly across the training ground. The players gathered in small groups, discussing the incident. Concern for their captain was clear. Training continued, but the energy shifted. Every tackle was a little lighter, every sprint slightly more cautious. Later, when James returned to the sidelines on crutches, the squad paused their drills to applaud him. His presence, even injured, meant something. The younger players especially looked up, learning not only from his skill but from his resilience. The manager addressed the team: "This is football. Injuries come. But what defines us is how we respond together. We train for each other, we fight for each other. REECE will be back. And until then, every one of you must step up." The speech ignited fresh intensity. The session resumed with focus renewed. Every player ran harder, shouted louder, played sharper, as if dedicating their effort to their absent captain. In the gym, while his teammates finished drills outside, James began his rehabilitation routine. Band exercises, light stretches, and careful strengthening movements filled his time. The physiotherapist watched closely, adjusting every detail. "Patience," the physio reminded him. "Day by day, step by step." Though frustrated, James remained professional. I'll do whatever it takes. I won't let this slow me down. Closing the day, by the end of training. Sweat drenched every shirt, but spirits had lifted again. The squad huddled together, hands stacked in unity, promising to carry their momentum into the next match. James, leaning on his crutches nearby, raised a fist. "I'll be back before you know it," he said with a grin. Cheers erupted, and the mood softened. As the sun set over Cobham, the players left the pitch one by one, tired but motivated. The injury had cast a shadow, but it also reminded them of their collective strength. For Chelsea, it was more than a training day. It was a lesson in resilience, leadership,